Alright, hello. So, at the time of recording, it is 3:35 p.m. on Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. I started this Japan trip on October 15th. Well, we left on the 14th, got here on the 15th, and I spent the first week here with my mother. We did all sorts of things. We were in Tokyo, we went to Kyoto, we came back to Tokyo, and today was our last day. So this morning, we got her train ticket to the Narita airport, and I said goodbye to her at about 12 o'clock. After that, I hopped on a subway to Yokohama, where I am right now, a small city just outside of Tokyo. And I'm going to be spending the next 5 nights here. This is this whole thing here is kind of the start to me documenting this trip for real. I didn't want to do it that much before because I was with my mom and we were spending all the time and doing touristy stuff, and it didn't feel as right. But now that I'm by myself, I think it makes more sense to start filming more of the stuff I'm doing. But yeah, this is a serious trip I'm taking right now, and this is the first solo trip I've ever done. But I will be here until November 28th, so I have a total of 37 days by myself, 45 days in Japan total, counting the first week with my mom. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm a little nervous, kind of lonely right now. Just said bye to my mom, so I haven't really gotten used to being by myself. Aside from that, I'm going to be filming more, so yeah. Alright, here is my first solo hotel. I got a little fridge and tea, coffee area there, bathroom here, and I've got a small but nice little kind of dorm room almost. I'm on the 3rd floor, so I'm looking out at the street, so the view's not great, but this is my home for the next 5 nights. Alright, with this, my time in Yokohama is done. I'm about to check out, and I'm on my way to Shibuya for the next 3 nights. my first capsule hotel has a rooftop terrace, which is pretty nice. It's not an amazing view, but it's not bad. The weather's pretty good. Currently in a lounge at the top of a tower right next to Shibuya Crossing. You can see all the people. At the top of Shibuya. So I just got to my hotel in Kusatsu. I'm staying at a place called Gensen Ichinoi. And I splurged for this place, but this might be one of the nicest rooms I've ever seen. Look at this. First you got this huge hallway. Got a closet, some robes, kettle, microwave, fridge. Kind of like an open concept bathroom. Shower. Door. Fancy toilet. And then you come out here and look at this beautiful, massive room. You've got the tatami on the floor, couch, TV, little seating area, two nice looking beds. And the windows are big, but they're frosted glass. But you can flip this. And it's currently raining / snowing, but the view is great because right down there where the smoke is coming up is the city or town center where the main hot spring is, and you can see it from here. Yeah, it's quite a room. You can see why it costs so much money. Sheesh. Getting settled in my room pretty nice. It's really nice to have an open space to myself again after spending 6 nights in a row in capsule hotels. I haven't really had time to just kind of put out everything I've gotten so far and organize it properly into my bags. Alright, I'm just kind of chilling in my room. It's really nice to to have space, private space to myself again after the last 6 nights in a capsule hotel. This is really nice, and I haven't really had the chance to organize and go through all the stuff I bought and pack it in a good way because I didn't have any space to do that at the capsule hotels. So I'm doing it now, and I thought I'd kind of give a little update on all the stuff I got. So first, I got these 2 little silicone coin purses. These are actually very helpful because you get so many coins in Japan. I actually use these all the time. I got 2 coasters from Lost Bar. Here, I bought quite a bit of stuff in Shibuya. The first guy I got, Finny, he was in my earlier update. He's still with me. Also, I got my little Charmander that I won in a crane game. Took me like $50, but you know what? He's cool. I like him. This one is the pair. So like every crane game had both of these in it. So these two kind of made together or to be a pair, and you could choose which one you want to go for in the crane. This one I didn't intend to get. I was just bored walking around Shinjuku, and I saw a crane game place, and I thought I'd go in. And I saw this one in a crane, and I was bored, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it one shot on the crane. I know I'm not going to win anything, but I'm bored, I want to do something. So I put 100 yen for one play on the machine, and I got it. I got lucky. I don't know. So now I have to haul around both of these plushies, which I don't really have space for, but I'm happy I got them, but there's a lot of space. These two I absolutely love. I got these at the Sega store in Shibuya. They're Sonic figures, Sonic and Shadow, but they're a collab with some brand or thing called Kuro. Never heard of it, but the reason I like them is because look at how derpy he is. He looks like he has PTSD. I love it. He looks so funny. Same with the Shadow. I had to get both of them because, they're a pair. And I also got some manga because one of my plans was to watch anime on this trip, and it turns out none of the Japanese regional streaming services have English subtitles. So I figured the next best thing is to read some manga. So I found a shop that sold English manga, which was actually very hard to find. And I got 2 series. I got Kagurabachi. I've heard this is very good. I got the first volume. And I got Pokemon Adventures, volumes 1 to 3. I didn't know Pokemon had a manga, but I was interested, so I thought, why not? And last but not least, I got this awesome Capcom tote bag with all their major properties on it, you can see. And that's about it. I have to cram all this stuff plus all my normal stuff into my bag, which is a bit of a challenge, not gonna lie, but I'll make it work. I've been making it work so far, so. Alright, and I'm ending my first day in Kusatsu. It's a little after 8 o'clock. I'm turning in a little early because I'm very tired today, but I went out, got a yakitori for dinner. It was pretty good, but the place was very slow to get the food out, so I didn't stick around for all that long, so I was still kind of hungry. So I stopped at a convenience store on my way back. I've got an instant yakisoba here. I've got a Japanese white peach cider juice alcoholic beverage thing. It's pretty good. Got my phone with Dropout on it. And I have Japanese news playing in the background, because why not? So yeah, pretty nice. Good end to my first day in Kusatsu. Alright, day 2 in Kusatsu. I got a bit of a late start today because I slept in because I was really tired, because it was really nice to have a place to myself to actually sleep again instead of being in a capsule and being constantly woken up by other people. But yeah, this room is pretty amazing. The weather today is significantly better. It's still pretty cold, but you can see it's nice and sunny out. No rain, no snow, no, barely even any clouds in the sky. You can actually see the tops of the mountains. It's pretty amazing. I'm gonna go get some food and then do some more exploring in the town. We'll see if there's anything cool. So, I'm currently standing at the top of a hill. It's just so pretty here. Like, all the steam from the hot springs and rivers, and then the fall colors too. You could see the buildings over there. You can just make out some of them. That's the town over there. I'm in a little park on the edge of the town called Sino Kawada, I think. And there's public baths here and all that, but I'm just walking up one of the trails and it's just so pretty. That's my hotel room. So it's currently midnight, and I really want to go out on a walk, a late night walk around the town, because I think it would be really cool to explore it while it's hopefully empty at night. Also, I wanted to go to the onsen in this hotel, but it's pretty crowded during the day and it closes at 1 a.m. and reopens at 2 a.m. So I was hoping that after the walk, I can pop into the onsen and have it all to myself at like 1 a.m. So we'll see if that works. Okay, I'm back from my late night adventures, and it was a success. So I walked around the town for like 20 minutes, and it was much more empty, and it was very peaceful, and a lot of the things that were lit up were now dark. So I took some video, got some pictures, and just walked around, and it was really nice. But the onsen was super nice, and I had the whole thing to myself, which was really nice. I could only stay in them for so long, though, like more than 5 minutes, and I overheat, and then you start to get lightheaded. So you got to be careful of that. They actually put warnings like, don't pass out. So I stayed in for like a few minutes and then got out, cooled down a bit, and then went back in. And now it's pretty late. It's nearly 1 o'clock, so I should probably go to bed. One final view from my hotel room on a beautiful sunny day in Kusatsu. Hey, so I just checked into my hotel in Osaka. It's pretty small, not gonna lie, but it's not bad. Kind of reminds me of my dorm room. It's got a nice bathroom. And I haven't actually checked what the view looks like, so let's see. Huh, that's nice. Well, it's better than Capsule Hotel at least. Osaka City at night. That says Osaka from the other side. Alright, it is now about 7 p.m. on Friday, November 7th, and I am just about to end my first day in Osaka. So I stopped on a convenience store on my way back though, and I got some snacks. I got this drink. It's called Match Match. I actually don't know what it is. All I know is it has vitamins in it, and I think it's carbonated. I've seen it in every convenience store, and I never got it, so I figured I'd try it. I got potato chips. Chip Star is like one of the big brands here. It's pretty much just Pringles. I got this candy called Black Lightning or Black Thunder, something like that. Never had it either, just heard it was good. Wanted to try it. And then I also got one of these. This is a Strong Zero. So these are kind of notorious in Japan because they're essentially alcoholic drinks that don't taste like alcohol but have insanely high alcohol content. This has a 9%, and they're known as the Gaijin killer, which is essentially the foreigner killer here, because people will drink these unsuspectingly and then get really messed up. So yeah, I'm gonna try one because I'm curious. But aside from that, tomorrow I've got some big stuff planned. I'm gonna go to Dontonbori, which is like the big area, the big touristy area of Osaka. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, it definitely tastes like alcohol. I don't know who was saying this doesn't taste like alcohol. It tastes like lemonade at the start with the aftertaste of like hand sanitizer. So this sucks.
一部の指定席車両最高度の国大交通
Alright, I made it to Hiroshima and I'm in my hotel. This is the first hotel that was totally automated check-in, which was a little weird, but I got it worked out. And it's actually not too bad. It's kind of like a mini apartment almost. The standard bathroom. This one looks a little older than the other ones I've been in, but still pretty good. The room's pretty nice though. Bed's nice and big. Actually have a little kitchenette, which is a first. No other place I've been to has had that. Got a nice little chair to sit in, and this is the other nice thing. This actually has a balcony, which no other place I've been to has. And you can actually see the river over there just barely. So yeah, not too bad. And there's 2 windows actually. Yeah, pretty nice.
さっきの何か作ったやつ、それ何？これ見える？大名屋敷ね。
Alright, last full day in Hiroshima, and it's the first actually sunny one. That's rough on your butt. time in Hiroshima is done, and I'm off to Miyajima Island today for one night before I leave this area altogether. And lucky for me, it's a beautiful day. Nice and sunny. Perfect day to go to a small island on the ocean and to ride a 45-minute ferry, which is what I have to do. There goes the ferry that dropped me off. Little deer, hey buddy. Hey cute little guy. What are you doing? Okay, so I just checked into my one night hotel in Miyajima Island, one of the more expensive ones, and holy, this is a nice place. I can see why it's expensive. This is a whole house essentially, but you got a little desk, some books, bathroom number 1. Super spacious living or bedroom, I guess. 2 beds, TV. You got a nice little traditional Japanese style tatami area. I don't know what the name is. Couch. We're on top of a pretty big hill, so, and there's a lot of trees around, so there's not a crazy view, but it's very secluded and nice. Kitchen area, you got sink, fridge, an open bar with free drinks and snacks, little local delicacies, alcohol, Japanese whiskey, and then a fridge with even more free drinks. We get tea, beer, tonic water, juice. Nice little dining area. Bathroom number 2. This one's even bigger. You got a super nice sink. Come in here. Well, I guess it's a washroom because there's no toilet. But you have the bath. And there's even an open air bath / hot tub, which I might have to try this. That looks really nice. So yeah, Villa Homolebi, I think that's the name. This is certainly something. Wow, look at this. Holy Jesus. Well, I've been hiking for a while trying to find this Okomijidani Park, and can't really find it. And it's a bit dark out, and I'm currently on top of a hill, pretty large hill. It's a waterfall. So I think I'm gonna just head back before I fall and die or get attacked by a bear. Okay, I think this is the park. I think I way overshot it. Home sweet home. Okay, so I'm not just gonna let the free alcohol go to waste, but not sure what everything is. This is some aged sake. This I translated, it said it was salmon sake. like the fish salmon. I don't know how that works. This is whiskey. This is some kind of berry liqueur, vodka, and gin. So I'm gonna try some stuff, and we'll see if anything's any good. They even gave me the mixology utensils. So I got some ice. First off, I gotta try this. Don't know what it is. Smells kind of fruity. Let me give this a shot. That is delicious. That tastes like some kind of fruity, maybe like strawberry. Almost like a umeshu plum wine. Next is Saizo Kibana Hinamori. This is, I believe it was aged sake. It smells pretty strong. I'm doing this on an empty stomach too, so I'm probably gonna not be great by the end. You know, if you like sake, it's not bad. I don't really like the taste of unflavored sake though, so I'm not a huge fan. Alright, last one. Togoichi Blended Japanese Whiskey Premium. I already know I'm not gonna like this because I'm not a whiskey guy, but all inclusive means I gotta try it at least, right? It has a very like sweet fruity smell almost. That's interesting. I don't normally associate whiskey with that scent. Wow. I don't know much about whiskey, but that's incredible. That's so smooth. I don't know, just the way it goes down is incredibly smooth, but oh, it's got a bit of a aftertaste kick. Whoa. Is it? Yeah, it definitely it kicks like whiskey on the afterwards. These ones, I mean, Smirnoff vodka, dry gin. I don't need to try that. This is blackberry liqueur. I've had stuff like that, so I think the drink of choice is. You know, let me translate this again, because maybe I'm stupid. It says salmon alcohol. Oh, it is umeshu. It's plum wine. Salmon plum wine. Maybe salmon samo is how they say strawberry. I don't actually know. But I'm definitely gonna pour myself a glass of this. Cheers to Miyajima. Okay, I'm now tucking in for dinner. It's only like 6 o'clock and I'm not that hungry, but as I was doing my nightly walks, pretty much every place here was closing down. The shops, the restaurants, everything. So I think if I were to go out now, there would not be much selection at all, if anything. So I stopped by the convenience store on my way back to get some food. And I didn't want to go to a restaurant because I wanted to enjoy this beautiful place that I paid so much money for. So I wanted to eat here. And I'm eating in the tatami Japanese style tea area, which I don't actually know if you're supposed to eat here. I don't know if like culturally you're supposed to, but I'm gonna do it because why not? I won't tell if you won't. So I got a milk protein drink because I don't get that much protein. I got a salmon onigiri. I got a fiber drink. And I got a large pack of karage, which is fried chicken. Because all the supermarkets sell fried chicken, and it's pretty good. And for dessert, I got the complimentary little maple cake, which I think has a red bean filling. and I got my umeshu. Alright, well, it's about 8 o'clock now at night, and I'm finally going to use the private onsen jacuzzi. I don't know, artificial onsen? I don't know what it's called. But in order to do it, first you have to wash yourself, and there's no shower here. Or, well, there is kind of. You could put the shower head up there. But they give you mainly a traditional Japanese style washing station, which, if you don't know, you sit on this little stool, you have the water there, and you essentially wash yourself, you know, shampoo, conditioner, body scrub. You can use the shower nozzle to hose yourself down. You can also fill the bowl with water and you dump it over your head to wash yourself off. Both work. But you're essentially supposed to wash yourself squeaky clean before you get into the hot tub, because they don't want dirt and bacteria and all that getting in. So that's why onsens are very clean and multiple people can be in there naked, is because of that. You always wash yourself before you go in an onsen. And this one's pretty nice, and it's also nice that you don't have to do it in a public room with other naked men, which is a little awkward. But I'm going to turn this off and go do that. And then I'm going to hop into that hot tub. Alright, I'm going to hop into that. Oh, man. This feels so good. It's not an onsen, it's technically a hot tub because it doesn't have the minerals, but it's about as hot as an onsen. But the weather is perfect for it because it's about maybe 11, 12 degrees. So it's just cool enough that if you spend some time sitting outside, you'll cool down. And then you can just pop right into the hot tub. And it's so nice. Alright, and I'm all washed up now. I'm cozy in the pajamas they provided me. And I'm finishing the night with some snacks. I got another cup of plum wine, because free alcohol is free alcohol. They also gave a free little thing of ice cream in the freezer, but they actually didn't give me any utensils to eat it with. So the only thing I could find was this is a stirring spoon for a teacup. I'm gonna have to use this because there's literally nothing else I can use. And I've got I don't know what this is, some kind of rice cracker, as well as some various like nuts and crackers that they gave me. So yeah, some snacks. This is a great place, very relaxing. I wish I was here for more than one night, to be honest, but I feel like I've made that night count so far. And tomorrow I have to be up very early in order to catch the ferry and then an hour-long train back to be able to catch my bullet train in time. So, unfortunately, I don't get to enjoy this place much tomorrow morning. But it was good for tonight. Okay, I'm up. It's pretty early because I have to be out of here pretty early today because I've got a busy day. I've got a ferry to catch, which will lead me to a train to catch, which will lead me to a bullet train to catch, which will lead me to another train to catch, which will lead me to my next destination, which is Nara. Bye, Miyajima.
The next stop is Miyao-Shikushido.
Alright, I finally made it to Nara. It's been a long day of traveling. I've been traveling since 9:30 this morning and it's now 3, so I'm tired, but just the place I'm staying. It's like a small little loft apartment, kinda. It's pretty nice. You got a couch, TV, mini fridge. Here's the bath station, so you got your sink. Nice big shower, that's good. Nice toilet. And then of course, you've got the loft. And it's pretty nice actually. It's clean, it's spacious. You've got a fan, AC outlets. No view, but that's fine. So yeah, pretty nice. Alright. It is a beautiful, warm day in Nara. It's like 20 degrees out and sunny. Yeah, it's time to go out and explore. Look at that. You can see the hills. That's Nara Park over there. That's where I'm heading later today to see the deer. Supposed to just be visiting Nara Park, all fun, petting some deer. I don't know, one thing led to another, and now I'm kind of on top of a mountain. I don't really know how I ended up here. did it. I reached the peak. Look at this.暑くはないよね。 Or can you walk and see the beautiful fall leaves and also just look and see the mountains right on the border of your city. It's gorgeous. Alright, I made it to Yamanouchi, my final destination away from, that doesn't include Tokyo, for my trip. And I checked in. They were super nice, let me check in like 3 hours early. This is my spot, and this is the only true ryokan, or traditional Japanese inn, that I'm staying in for this whole trip. So over here you can see got a toilet area. I guess it's more traditional to have the toilet, shower, and sink areas separate, because I've noticed that in a couple of these places. You got the main area. It's pretty nice. You've got tatami. Tatami is really soft and nice to walk on. You've got the bed, a futon on the floor. That's how it's done in ryokans. That's the traditional style. Some amenities like a heater, TV, stuff like that. Over here, you've got a little lounge area, fridge, kettle. Here's your sink, where to do your bathroom stuff. Hello. And then over here, you've got your washroom, which has the shower and a bathtub. Not bad. And in terms of view, it's not bad. Nothing really amazing, but not staring at a wall like some of the places I was in. But yeah, this place is pretty nice. You can tell it's definitely a little bit on the older side, but that's not that big a deal. You know, it's clean and it's big. So, yeah, this is my home for the next 2 nights. Then I'm back to Tokyo for the final stretch of my trip, which is shopping. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, the sides?
Yeah, you know the river bed?
Yep.
The side.
Oh yeah,
disaster.
I don't know the English, but I know what you're talking about. I don't even know the English word.
I would like to make it in this area
There's a name.
and have a full
Okay, so the only thing I need is the injection system.
Okay, the burger guy recommended me this little local pudding shop. So I got a chocolate pudding. Let's see if it's any good. Look at those mountains. What a strange town. I've never seen anything like it before. We've got the rivers and hot springs right there running down the mountain. We've also in the middle of like a valley, so you're just surrounded on all sides by mountains. It's so strange and surreal. Alright, well, it's pretty late now, and I picked up a little snack from the convenience store. I got a fried chicken and a onigiri and a soda. But today was a pretty interesting day. I had a very late lunch. I just found on Google Maps, I found this restaurant that looked like an American bar, and from the photos I saw, they had very authentic American smash burgers, so I went there. And it was exactly that. I ended up running into, there was only 2 people in the bar, the owner and a friend of his, and I ended up talking to both of them, but the owner way more, for like 3 hours. But before that, I got my food. He gave me a double cheeseburger smash burger with waffle fries, and it was the best burger I've had in Japan by far. It actually tasted like something you really would get in the States or in Toronto. And then the guy had a really cute dog too named Rocky. I spent a while playing with him because I miss Shay, my dog. But then we had a long conversation, which was pretty fun. He was from a full blown American from Minnesota who somehow found himself living in a small town in the mountains running an American bar. And his friend was a French guy who also found himself living in that town, but who had then become a peach farmer, but was also worked in like infrastructure, building like public parks and stuff. So it was a very strange thing to come across in a small town in the mountains, but they were very cool people. And then he even gave me free drinks. He was gonna keep giving me free drinks, but eventually after like 3 hours I was like, okay, I think I should probably go now because I actually wanted to explore the town a little bit. Didn't want to spend my entire day inside, but yeah, he was really cool. He pointed me to a little local pudding place that had some amazing locally made pudding. That was really good, actually. It's been an eventful day, and tomorrow I'm gonna go see Snow Monkey Park, where, fingers crossed, hopefully there'll be some snow monkeys, although I'm not really holding out hope because I don't think it's quite cold enough yet, but you never know if I don't try, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna have my snack and then probably chill for the rest of the night. Currently hiking the trail up to the Snow Monkey Park. Unfortunately, there was a sign saying no monkeys yet, which I kind of figured. I mean, despite the fact that it's nearly December, it's like only 5 degrees in the mountains here. But I figured I'd do the trek anyway, because I mean, I came all this way, right? So why not? And if anything, it's a very beautiful. It's a very nice hike. The weather's nice. And I'll at least get to see the hot spring baths they would be bathing in. If it was a little colder. And that is all hot spring water down there, because you can actually feel the heat coming off of it, even from here. And I can smell the sulfur. So it's a famous geyser in Nagano that continuously spews non-stop. And it smells too. You can smell the amount of just like rotten egg sulfur smell it's pumping into the air. Well, the guy at the ticket office confirmed no monkey, but he gives out these little stickers when there's no monkeys. So this is the monkey park. If the monkeys were here right now, they would be bathing right in that pool. But you can see, unfortunately, no monkeys. And that was amazing. So everybody was sitting up there by the pool, just kind of lounging around because there are no monkeys. And then someone was like pointing their fingers like, look. And more people looked. And 2 monkeys came down that hill and went up to the pool. So, I would say that was a massive success. Went into it knowing I wasn't going to see a monkey. And then, out of pure luck, 2 monkeys just kind of came by. And that was awesome. Pretty happy. I can cross that one off the bucket list. Although, I will say, I didn't actually get to see any monkey go in the water because it's just not cold enough for them to want to go in. So I would still come back here in the future to try and see that in the winter. But for now, I'm happy. Okay, so it's nighttime now. I just got back from dinner at izakaya. But tonight's a special night because it's my final night here in Yamanouchi, and it also marks the final destination of this trip, aside from Tokyo, which is the end point, which is where I'm going tomorrow. So the trip's really starting to come to an end. Although on the bright side, I get to go shopping in Tokyo for like 5 days straight, so that'll be fun. I've been holding back on that for a while, even though I still did buy a bunch of stuff. Couldn't help myself. And I think the perfect way to kind of cap off this trip and everything is to do what I've done in every single onsen so far, which is wait till like midnight so that nobody else will be around, and then go into the onsen and have it all to myself, which is what I did last night. And I think the perfect end will be to do it again tonight. But there's still a few hours till that, and I'm kind of in a festive mood today. So I got some snacks at the convenience store. I got some chips, butter flavored chips. I know that sounds weird, but these are actually pretty darn good. They kind of taste like if you took Pringles and put a movie theater butter seasoning on them. Got a little smoothie, that's for later. Some kind of plum wine drink. I don't know, it looked good. I've already had one plum wine with dinner too, so I'm already one in. Some chocolate snacks. Don't really know what those taste like. It's been a good trip, and it's been quite an adventure. Okay, it's now around 11:20 p.m. and I came down to take a dip in the onsen, and I checked, nobody's here, and since nobody's here, I thought I'd give you a quick peek of what it looks like, because you're not supposed to bring cameras in here, but I'll do this quick. So This is where you get undressed and all that, and later on when you're done, you'll dry yourself off and do all your self-care. This is the actual room. So you have your wash stations there. You go in here, wash yourself first, then you can get into the onsen. This is actually not that bad. I've been in nicer ones, for sure, on this trip. But this one's still pretty nice. It's very clean, and it's also one of the smaller ones. Some of the other ones I was in were much bigger, but you get the idea. Alright. Goodbye, Ryokan, and goodbye, Yamanouchi. And it's back to Nagano and then back to Tokyo. Well, it's been a long time, but finally arrived at that point. I am in my final hotel of this trip, and one of the, well, based on the ratings, one of the nicest. I'm staying right near Akihabara. Hello. Just checked in, and this is my place. It's pretty small, which, you know, is the norm for these places. I've come to expect that, but it's pretty nice. Bed's nice. We actually got real pillows. I appreciate that. We've got even a decent sized seat and table. And probably the nicest thing is the bathroom, because normally the bathrooms are really cramped in these places, but this, for Japanese one-person hotel rooms, this is huge. This is massive. Most of the other hotel bathrooms I was in, the door literally went right up to where the toilet is. But here you have a ton of space to actually move. So that's pretty good. Aside from that, it's nothing fancy. Well, it is fancy, but you know, it's nothing unusual. TV. View is pretty nice. I'm right near the train tracks. You can actually see the trains. You can even see that's a bullet train right there. And I'm high up enough that I have a bit of a view. So yeah, this is my home for the next 5 nights. And then it's finally time to say bye to Japan and go back home. Time to do all the shopping I wanted to do. Okay, so I just finished my second night in the hotel, and today I'm gonna do a lot of shopping. I wanted to yesterday, but I didn't realize that yesterday was actually a Japanese holiday, and so everything was insanely crowded. So I did do some shopping, but I called it pretty early because it was just too crowded. But today, it's gray and rainy and a work day, so honestly, kind of the perfect weather to go shop. So yeah, that's the plan. It was the second last day, and now it's a beautiful sunny day. Yeah, I've got 3 major places I need to hit up today, so I gotta get moving. Hello. Today is officially my last full day in Japan. It is the 27th of November, 2025. The trip is just about over. It's kind of crazy to think. It's been a long trip, a month and a half. I'm both happy and sad by it. You know, obviously I'm happy to go home and be able to be in my room and eat Western food. To be honest, I miss it a lot, but I also am sad to go. But today I'm not really sure what I want to do. I finished up most of my shopping, pretty much all my shopping yesterday, and I literally don't have any more space to put anything I would buy, so I can't buy anything. So today, I was gonna take the rest of my change and just go play crane games with it. The problem is, if I win, I don't have space to take the prize with me, so I don't know what I would do. I might just give it to some random person there, because honestly, I just kind of want to play the crane game. I don't really care about the prize. I'll figure something out, though. I think today's going to be a bit of a more chill day, because, you know, I've been getting up early and walking around for like 4 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours every single day for the last 45 days. So it's been pretty active. So I think it makes sense for my last day to maybe take it a little more easy and just kind of enjoy and reminisce. I've got most of my stuff packed up. All my bags are completely full. It's gonna be really heavy carrying these, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll make do. I bought both of these suitcases during this trip, and they're both completely full of stuff I bought. And yeah, the weather's not great today. It was before, it was very sunny. It's gotten cloudy in the last little bit. I think it might rain a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. I've had plenty of beautiful sunny days here. Final day of a good trip. We'll see where it goes.
で、甘いお菓子食べちゃ
あとまあ貝類にもあるんで、青柳とか、あと。
あ、大丈夫。
I just got back from dinner. In order to commemorate my final dinner here in Japan, I decided to go back to dinner in the first sushi spot me and my mom went to here when we first got here, way back at the start of the trip. Yeah, it was still just as good. But on my way back, well, I got rained on, first off, but I also went to the convenience store and picked up some dessert. I got some ice cream, and I tried a couple different ice creams at the convenience stores here, and this is easily one of my favorite ones. I think this is like revolutionary. I don't know why they don't have this in other places, but you can see it's essentially a brick of waffle cone, but when you bite into it, it's got ice cream inside and then a layer of chocolate in the middle, and it's great. Tastes good, and it's not messy at all because of how well it's designed. So yeah, I'm just gonna tuck in here, enjoy my dessert, and then finish packing up and do all the prep work I need to for tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna be probably around 20 hours straight of traveling from the time I leave to the time I get home. So that's not gonna be fun, but whatever. All right, today's the day. Today's the day I finally go home. It's around 10:45 in the morning. My flight's not till like 6:45 tonight, but factoring in the hour and a half train I have to take to get to the airport and then getting to the airport like 2 to 3 hours early, I'm planning to leave around 1:30. But that still gives me like 2.5 hours between my checkout at 11 and then, so I'm just gonna have the hotel hold my bags for me, and I'm just gonna probably go out and walk around and get some lunch probably. Aside from that, I am fully packed up, managed to somehow fit everything in my bags. It's gonna seriously be heavy taking them back. I'm probably hauling probably over 100, maybe around 100 pounds total among all 4 of my bags. Good thing I had plenty of time to take things nice and slow. And also, it is a beautiful, warm, sunny day. Perfect weather to send myself off. It's kind of gonna be pretty jarring to go from this amazing, still like practically summer type weather to back in Canada where I'm pretty sure it's snowing at the moment. Also, I know I didn't really film much of these last 5 or so days, and it was mainly because I didn't really do anything crazy. I mean, I could have taken some more videos of like just the scenery, but most of my days were just spent walking around and going into shops and buying stuff. And a lot of the time I was hauling around bags with stuff I bought, so it was kind of a hassle to record. And I didn't like recording in super crowded public spaces either, so yeah, that's mainly the reason. But you didn't really miss anything. I didn't do anything crazy. It was just pretty much my victory lap back around all the old places I went near the start of the trip and all the shops and stuff I wanted to buy from. Yeah, I'm ready to go home.